What's up, YouTube? This is part 4 of A Week in Wrestling, and this should be the last video. So Jericho did his little highlight reel, and Vicky comes out, and they bicker back and forth, and it results in, Y2J Jericho officially announcing Y2J is back, and the crowd just getting pumped up, and Vicky saying him and Ziggler are gonna have a match, and he says he accepts. It ends with Ziggler coming out and hitting Jericho with the briefcase. So this is gonna be a great match at SummerSlam. We knew it was coming. The feud was building up. We're just waiting for them to announce it, and it has been announced. So after next week, I think I'll be able to pinpoint who's gonna win the match at the pay-per-view. Right now, it's just seeming like Ziggler's going to win, and that Jericho's just going to leave Ziggler with that last push because he's about to leave for his tour for Fozzy, and that's what's going to make more sense, but we'll see what happens next to come. Okay, so the Primetime Players are the new number one contenders for the tag team titles. Hopefully this match will be at SummerSlam. It needs to be. The tag team titles need to be shown more relevancy, and this is the way to do it. Yes, they already had a match, but they need to win this one. They are a great tag team, both of these guys. Excellent performers, work so well with each other. And the belts are doing absolutely nothing on on Kofi Kingston and R-Truth right now. Not taking away from them, it's just they're just a thrown together tag team. They do better as individual performers than they do in a group. So right now with the tag division sparking up, it's perfect time for them to take away the belts, and they go into feud with Primo and Epico and whoever else wants to get thrown into the mix. So yeah. Now, even though it's good news that the Primetime Players are the number one contenders, the bad news is AW has been released. And from what I've read and understand, it was mostly regarding the Kobe Bryant rape joke, and from what WWE say, other things he said on live TV have been considered offensive, which is stupid. I don't think anybody's responded and been like, "Oh, we're offended." This was a bad move by WWE. He was doing so good as a manager. He was that voice for not that the Primetime Players needed it, but he was that added voice. He was helping them push their way to the top. So hopefully him being released isn't going to hurt the Primetime Players winning the belts, because they need it. And so just waiting to see what's going to happen with that. This is a great loss for WWE to lose AW, because he was a very valuable asset to the company. Christian beat Antonio Cesaro in a match, and it was disappointing that Christian won, but as for these two, it was a great match. They're both are high quality wrestlers, and this match really spotlighted how talented Antonio Cesaro is, which really needed to be shown. Hopefully he's going to be next in line to get that number one contendership for the U.S. title. There should be no reason that the match against Christian hurts that. He's beaten Santino twice in a row. So yeah, this could even possibly lead to, after Cesaro leaves with the U.S. belt, a feud with Christian, which would be pretty good, and because them two work so well together, and it really spotlighted how well Cesaro does in the ring. I was disappointed when Christian beat him, but after the match, Cesaro did a typical heel move and attacked Christian. So yeah. Next up, Ray beat Miz. This match annoyed me so much because it was a random match. There was no reason for this match. I mean, it was great to see Miz perform. I love him performing in the ring, but there's no reason for him to go against Rey Mysterio. The match had no purpose whatsoever. I don't know if it's supposed to lead into them two feuding for the IC belt. I guess that could be interesting, but I think it was just dumb that Ray beat Miz, because it's the second time Miz has lost this week. So Miz is supposed to be the Intercontinental Champion, and show the importance of the belt. Well, where's the importance going if he's beaten all the time? Miz is not a bad wrestler. he's excellent on the mic. He's not a bad performer at all. So this was pointless. Rey Mysterio has no match going into SummerSlam. He has no relevancy at this time. He's just kind of there. He's taking up space. And, like I said, it's good that he's back because it helps the roster. But he's not doing anything right now. So this victory over Miz had no point whatsoever. And it just makes Miz look bad. Whereas if Miz could have beat Rey, that would have made him look good. But it wouldn't have hurt Rey's career at all. It wouldn't have hurt Rey's momentum. So, just pointless for me. Next up. There was a match that was done and taped and scheduled, but did not come on TV, did not show up online. Orton beat Swagger in a match. Like I said, it's the match we did not see. From what I understand, though, it was just a squash match. Came in, the match lasted like all of probably 30 seconds. Orton hit the RKO when it was over. So, yeah, didn't miss anything, but disappointing. And then, so this was the scheduled World Heavyweight title match that didn't happen. So the match goes to begin, and then some police officers start coming down the ring. It turns out they were hired hands by Del Rio, who end up attacking Swagger. I'm sorry, I said Swagger. Attacking Sheamus and leaving Sheamus on the ground, all beat up and squashed. And so Del Rio stands, looking on top going into SummerSlam. But then Booker T made a video on YouTube afterwards saying that he's canceling the heavyweight match at SummerSlam. So he's saying due to Del Rio's actions, Del Rio technically cashed in his heavyweight title match, and as a result, he used it to beat up on Sheamus and didn't actually start the match. So Booker T saying it's canceled. Obviously Friday or even possibly Saturday. It's going to be reannounced that the match is going to be back on. Whether it is with still Del Rio and Sheamus, I don't know. Maybe Orton might get added to the match with somebody. What's going to happen, I don't know. What was I going to say? Somehow the match is going to be restarted. Probably some sort of stipulation will be added to it, just to make the match seem more exciting, because it's a pretty dull match right now. The feud between Sheamus and Del Rio is very dull. I've mentioned this several times. They're both not bad performers. The feud has not been interesting, and I know it's to me and several others. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next Friday. But this has been A Week in Wrestling. Thanks for watching, YouTube.